Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Jeannie and it's Jeannie's Signatures. So today I'll be making this beautiful basque corset gown. It's very beautiful and it came out very nice. So my client's fabric was not enough to do the drape in the front, like falling it down, but I improvised and did it like this, and she loved it. So it's not the dress is not actually the mannequin size. That's why it's looking like this. I tried as much as possible to pin it on it, but it just wasn't working. So I just wanted you to see how it looks. And when my client rocked this, it was a perfect fit on her. So if this is what you're interested in, sit back, relax, and let's go over to the cutting table. So now I'm cutting my half lengths, as in how to cut my corset. So just take your bust point on the bust, waistline, and then of course where you want your basque to get to, that is the length of the basque. So those are the lines that I just ruled out. As you can see, I'm going to be labeling them so that we will not get confused when we are doing it. So that's my bust point on the bust, waistline, and then of course the full length. So now the next thing to do is to divide the shoulder measurement into two, and then you mark that, and then you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope, and then of course you're going to be taking the exact same mark on your chest line and then take it all the way up so that you have a straight line. Now for the neck width, temporarily I made use of 3 inches, and then I slanted my shoulders. So the next thing to do now is to take about that intakes. I divided the nipple to nipple into 2, which was 4/8, and then I had 4. So I'm just trying to rule out that lines all the way straight up to the chest line. The next thing to do is to come under the underbust and then take the dart legs. So I'm taking half inch from my underbust, and then I'll connect like so. So you can see the way I'm connecting it, because the dart is just to give it a fitting around the waist area. So now the next thing to do is to come in from my bust point by about half an inch. So by the time you open this up, it's going to be 1 inch. So this is just to give our corset a space in between. So I'm making use of an already made cup, and I've gone ahead to notch the midpoint of this. So I'm placing it on my underbust like this. So just place it like this. Please don't push it flat, just hold it the way it is in form of a cup, and then use your biro or your marker to highlight the lines like so. Just highlight it as you see what I did. You can see that this is what we have. So the remaining thing that didn't get up to the chest point, I'll just use my biro to take it up to that, as you can see what I just did right about now. So I'm just trying to carve out my armhole, because I divided my bust by 4 and then I connected it like so. So just do the basic way we do our armhole measurements, and then right there I divided what I have left there, and then I'll be connecting it like so. So the next thing to do now, all this that I was trying to do here was, if you are making use of if you're not making use of an already made cup, that is when you need to tighten the chest area and all that. But if you are using an already made cup, you don't need to tighten the chest area, just leave it as it is like that. So now, because I don't want the boobs to be too obvious, as in to show, so I went up by 1 inch from my cup, and then I carved out my sweetheart neckline to come into the side like so. So the next thing I'll do now is to just go ahead and take my waist measurement divided by 4, and then I added back my darts, and then I added my sewing allowances. So for the length of the basque area, I'm making use of my hip measurement divided by 4, and then you add all the necessary allowances that you require. Sorry I didn't have a marker. I always forget when I go to the market. That's why I've not been using marker for some time, but if you follow what I'm doing, you're going to be getting everything perfectly fine. So now I just carved that you can see the way I'm doing it. I'm just trying to for the for the sleeve part, from your shoulder measurement, just come in by about 3 inches, and then from the lower part you come in by 4 inches, and then you slant it like that to give that sleeve, and then you're going to be going up by about 1/4 inch or half, and then slant it inwards. All this is in a bit to avoid that place bulging. You need it to lay flat when your client wears it and all that. So that's basically what I was trying to do. So here I was just trying to carve out my neckline. So I initially did the tightening around that, but I cancelled it out and then went for the former line. So that's why I was using my marker to highlight that's where I'll be using. I ignored the first part and then make to do with the second line that is highlighted. So depending on how deep you want your own to be, that is how you're going to be going about it. So this is very, very easy, as in using a ready-made cup to cut out your corset is very, very easy. I just saw that I've not done something like this on my channel. That's why I decided to go ahead and do something like that. So you can see that's what I meant by going up by half an inch, so that it will sit perfectly well on the shoulder by the time you fix it to it, like so. So just go ahead and cut out the remaining things. So just cut out your cup area. If you like, you can leave half an inch before cutting, but when I'm transferring on my fabric, I'm going to be adding all the allowances as it needs to be added. So that's why I didn't bother leaving half an inch. But if you want, you can leave half an inch and then cut it out, so that when you're cutting on your fabric, you will not add any allowances again. So I'm cutting out the dart legs, as you can see. So just go ahead and cut it out like so. So this is what we have. So I'll be using my tape to tape it down before I will draw out the basque effect in the front, like so. So just use any tape of your choice, and then you're going to be connecting your backs from the waist, from the side down to the front, like so. So basically you just go ahead and cut it out. So this is what we have. Then I can go ahead and separate it again. So this is what we have. So I just decided not to use it on full. Let me just cut out the other side because I don't need it. So it's only when you want to cut on your fabrics that you need it to be on fold. So this is what we have. So we're going to be cutting out 2 pieces for the side and then to unfold for the middle part. So you can see the way the front is going to be, and this is the cup. So by the time you finish sewing it, everything, the clothes, everything is going to be making up for that part. So I'm through with the front piece. So let me go over to cutting out the back piece. Now for the back piece, we're not going to be making use of a zipper. So it's going to be a corset at the back, like tying it at the back. So you're going to go ahead and do all the necessary things that you did in the front. The only difference between the front and the back is that the back is not going to be having a basque. So your half length for the back is going to stop at half length. You're not going to be extending any basque effect for the back. So now that's what I'm just trying to rule out, and then you go ahead and get your basic bodice for the back. So you slant your shoulder, use the same width you used in the front for the neckline for the back as well. You divide your bust by 4, you indicate that, and then you carve out your armhole. And then for the waist, you go ahead and impute whatever you have on your waistline divided by 4. And then sometimes I had my dart, sometimes I do not have my dart, but I decided to add a dart here. But I'll be cutting it out anyways, because I don't like seeing the dart lines at the back. I prefer it being plain, but I don't know how you like yours. So if you like yours seen, you can leave it like that. So we're basically through with the back piece. So for here, I'll come in by my dart intake, which is 4, and then I'll take it all the way up like so. So now I'll come here, I'll mark the half an inch that I did in the front and then slant it like that. So I'll shade that part that I'll be cutting out, so that the back sleeve is going to be sitting perfectly well. Or armhole, I beg your pardon. So it's supposed to be sleeve, yeah. So for this thing at the back, I'll just remove 2 from the up and then 1 at the back, and then I'll cut it out. So that's where we'll be placing our loops or our eyelets for the back. So go ahead and cut all this out now. So if you follow all the prompts that I'm trying to do, you're going to be getting yours perfectly well. And if you have any questions, please kindly leave it in the comment section and I'll be glad to oblige you. So just cut it out as you see me doing. So that's our dart. I'm trying to cut that out. So now this is what we have for the back. So I'm going to be using my tape again to tape it. Like I said, I don't want my dart visibly seen. Yeah. So now this is what we have. So I just decided to slant it out a bit more because I felt like what I had there was not giving the shape I wanted. So I decided to go in a bit further by 1/2 inch. So this is the back piece, as you can see. I'm just trying to sustain the half length and it was perfect. So this is our back pieces, and then of course these are our front pieces. So I'm not going to be showing you step by step on how I achieved this. The only thing you're going to be seeing is the finished look. So basically this is just the cutting process, because the sewing process was quite lengthy, so I didn't even record that at all because I was under pressure. But I was showing you after cutting all this on my fabric, but the joining process I could not show the video. But if you want me to show the process video, I can make another video for that separately, so you can see everything I've gone out to cut it out on my fabric. And then of course I ironed ST on each single piece that I cut out, both on the lining and on the main fabric. I went ahead and ironed my ST on every part of the fabric, as you can see. So these are all what I cut out. So is what I cut out that I cut out of my fabric, as you can see. So I went ahead and then joined all these, and it came out looking very beautiful. In fact, when my client went for her wedding, she was like, as in she attended the event, she sent me the videos, which I'll be uploading on the shorts very soon. So watch out and you're going to be seeing it. So watch out and you'll be seeing it very soon. Sorry for that distraction. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll be in the comment section. So you can see how it came out. It came out looking very beautiful. And like I always say, this is Jeannie's Signatures, and I'll be signing out. See you all on my next tutorial. I love you all. Kisses. Ciao. Bye. Thank you all, and God bless.